What up? Doing your hair, huh? Hey, what's up, everyone? Hope you guys are doing really well. I got new headphones, and they're made for an adult, but my head's too big.
There's like a double.
What's going on?
Like it was like echoing. Is that me?
I have a headset, so it can't be me. Okay.
No, it's like playing. Hold on.
Do you have it on your phone by chance?
Yes. Okay. I'm leaving. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I turned it off. We're good.
Awesome. What up, everyone? Hope you're doing well today. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. So as you guys know, this is called the Grooming Experience.
I still hear it.
Do you guys see it hear an echo by chance? I don't hear an echo.
I got it.
Okay. I know it's hard. But
I'm not a professional. I am this is terrifying to me being live.
No, you did amazing last week. So it just is, yeah, they're not hearing an echo either.
Okay, beginner's luck. I had never mind. Just
all right. But guys, what's up? This is a grooming experience. So just so you guys know a little bit about it, this is men and women grooming. And Melissa is a guru when it comes to grooming. She's been in the industry for 16 years. And so we have a lot to talk about. She has some interesting subjects that she wants to discuss today, specifically about heat and air with drying your beard and your hair alike. And then I want to talk about barbers. Now, my barber's unfortunately booked out.
barbers are so cool.
I know that they booked out today, and so we're just going to schedule them in the next couple of weeks so that and maybe do this show a different time just so that they can be here, because I would love for you guys to be able to meet them and kind of pick their brain. Just because you're a cosmetologist, they're barbers, even though you have it, it's just a little bit of different vibe, different feel.
I give barbers they require more hours than a full cosmetologist does. It's quite an art. It's really, people think it's so easy, but it is really an art.
It really is. Mm-hmm. I agree completely. But why don't we say hi to everyone? So we got Todd. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming. We got Mr. E himself. What's up, E? We got Melissa. Oh, hey, Melissa. Hey. John, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Garrett, how you doing? And you guys are having a little conversation before. What's up, man? So there's some cool things that me and him are working on that may blow your mind. So I'll have to tell you after, but it's pretty cool.
Can I buy a leather headband that says Copper Jones, like something?
No.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a thing. I can just imagine that I would just have tons of zits from all the sweating.
No, like girls wear it like in their hair, like never mind.
All right, what's up, Will? Hope you're doing well, man. And thanks for coming in. I got to talk to Will for about an hour and a half last show. So last week around this time, we had the show, and then he called me, and it was really entertaining. He had a lot of good things to say, a lot of things that I'm like, made me think. Yo, what's up?
Him and I talked too. He's so nice. He invited us down to have some good food. Just
on his cigar, just talking and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, have them see minerals treating you, man. Him in the ocean all the time now. What's up, Rick? Hope you're doing well. Josh, thanks for coming. Mm-hmm. Mike, hope you're doing well. Mr. TV himself.
Are there any spouses here or partners or?
I haven't seen any yet.
Okay.
Well, you got your daughter in here?
Hi, baby.
Phil, Jason, Robert. Yeah, I'm just making sure. Nicholas, how you doing? I don't want to miss anyone. Here's my sister, Abby.
Oh, that's my bestie.
Oh, yeah. She goes, hi, besties.
Hi.
Hey, we got Mr. Bearded Funhouse from Utah. How you doing, buddy? And, yeah, it looks like he picked out some good flowers, he says.
Yeah, for all the girls, too. He got one for Gemma and Gina and a big old bear.
That's cool. Oh! I got the flowers. Guess what they were? Because none of us could remember.
What?
Orchids.
Holy smokes.
So I get her an orchid every time. And I'm like, that's the flower I need. And then I looked and I'm like, oh, it's an orchid.
Are they white or purple?
This time around was white. Last time they were purple.
Pretty.
So yeah, I'll have to take a picture and show you.
Yeah.
But hey, guys, just so you guys are aware, the Valentine's Day sale is still on. I think tonight is the last night. It might run until tomorrow. I don't know how long I have it for, but it's V-Day 25, and it will save you 25%. And then if you hit the $75, it automatically will give you an On the Rocks beard oil for free, plus the free shipping, of course.
My favorite.
Yeah. And I made like 300 oils, and I made everything for Amazon and everything for everyone. And then next thing I know is Amazon didn't request it. And so I'm like, well, now I'm sitting on all these oils. So I'm like, I'll just give it to free for all those guys who've been amazing.
If it's not the scent for you, do it for a lady friend or, something like that. Rub some on her hands or fingers.
Oh, he did join. He just joined. I don't see where it popped. He must have joined it another day. But, well, thanks for joining, man. Like I said, we're going to have some Dad Bods and Beards content, as well as some streams that are going to be only able to see for the subscribers. So thank you so much, man. It means a lot to me. That allows me to do some things that I wouldn't be able to do. So thank you. All right.
DJ party. Look out with those headphones.
Yeah, it's like I said, this is made for an adult man, but not for an adult man with a huge head.
They really do look like the children ones. On my ears.
No, so when Candace and I got married, our engagement pictures went out to everyone, and Candace's mom had our engagement picture at work. And she got so many comments just like, is your daughter's head small or is his head just abnormally large?
Oh my goodness.
You just shut up.
I know when you did Amazon Lives, you'd be holding the butter or balm and talking about it. And it looked like
that looks huge in your hands.
But, right? Like, let's get away.
I don't know if I have any near me.
Like the comparison, I'm 5'3", and you're what, 6'3"?
Did you lose me? Because I lost you.
Hello?
No, I can. I think I might have pulled something out.
I still see you.
Okay, but not on my computer. I couldn't see you. Sorry. No, okay, so let's see it. I want to see it. In your hands.
Yes, yours looks like a little tiny sample. That's why I was like, you can't do that on Amazon because people are thinking they're getting like this little, wish size. Like,
that's hilarious. Put your finger like that. Oh wow!
I can fit 4, and my hands are weirdly, like working hands.
That's what I get. I don't know why
that. Fake nails. I was gonna try to be a little bit more girly, but it didn't work out. So,
dude, my wife was talking to her mother and a couple other, and my daughter, and they were getting hangnails, and my daughter was, where the skin is coming off your fingernails, and I'm like, guys, just use some beard oil, and then they started using it, and my mom's like, I need this with me everywhere I go because she puts them on her cuticles all the time.
I carry butter in my purse and oil all the time. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, looks like his old bottle cap. Yeah. So he always tells me about my hands and how big they are. But why don't we get started a little bit? So there's a lot of people who, especially in Utah, and I'm sure the industry is just like everywhere. Like you have a hard time finding a barber. Like when I was first started, before we had our own barbershop and we, were hiring people, it took me forever to find someone. And then what would happen is they would find a better shop or go on their own. And then also the next thing I know, I'm out of barber again. And then I would go search for one. I'd get a barber and then it was wrong. So I'd go to another one. And I never really had a great experience. So how do you find the right barber for you? And guys in the comments and women, how do you find the right person for you guys? How have you done it? Because I am curious.
I always have had my clients ask, who does your hair? I do my hair. It was always like, you go to a barber and you see a great haircut and you're like, oh, who does your hair? And then they're like, I'm not telling you because you're going to not go to me. So I think looking at someone's nice haircut and be like, where do you get your haircut?
Okay, so I love that because a lot of people don't realize that. So Logan, that's how he found his first barber before he started going to Copper John's. He would actually find who has the good haircut. He's like, where did you get haircut done? And that's where he would go. So I believe that for sure.
You should do have Destiny or I'm not sure. I forget your girls. Do in like Copper John's logo in the side of someone's head and have that be your advertisement. You know.
Oh, that'd be cool. Oh yeah, I don't trust any barber in Utah. I also don't want to pay for someone to mess up my beard. Don't you say that. We're in Utah. I cut my own hair. I do it myself. I have one, but he lives in a different state now. So cutting my hair. Yes, that's how important it is. Like when we were teaching, so Monday we went to a barber cosmetology kind of expo where 3 companies showed up to teach 100 barbers. And there were no barbers. It was all cosmetologists. And so we had Amanda there and we had myself and Logan. And so what would happen is Amanda would teach. And then in between when she was after she was done teaching and just kind of doing that, I would talk about the products and what they're used for. And then at the end, Logan would demonstrate. And one thing, hey, what's up, man? One thing that I've realized is that guys' hair is crazy. Like a lot of women or cosmetologists don't really know how to cut hair when it comes to men. And
do you remember our first interaction? I told you I did hair and I said I hate cutting men's hair and you're like, you're dead to me. It's so hard. Did you guys learn to cut hair through COVID? Like, I'm curious, the ones that doing hair. Sorry, Tyson.
Oh no, I don't know. Whoa, what's going on here? No, I don't. I didn't. But what I was going at is that I was telling them that we men are very particular about our beards. Like, I don't care if they mess up my hair. Yeah, sure, I'm going to have a hard time. But at the same time, it's but my beard, if you mess that up, you're dead to me, and I'm literally never coming back to you. And so I'm like, every guy is like that. I promise you. It doesn't matter if they're a beardo or if they're just a beginning beard. If you mess up my beard, never come to you again. And so she taught amazing, and they didn't understand. They thought a haircut was the same as a beard cut. Like, hey, we're just going to take an inch off because they want a beard trim. No. So we taught them a lot of stuff, and so it was really fun. It was really cool, interactive. I learned a lot from Amanda and from the questions that they answered, or they asked. So it's amazing. It was a really cool experience, and then Logan and I made some fun, TikToks.
Amazing. Well, that's the thing though about going back to when you're looking for a stylist or a barber, specifically, do your own research. They have to have now an Instagram or some sort of pictures to back it up. Don't just assume because somebody's like, I've cut hair for 30 years. They were trained one way, so they're probably trained classic barber style, 1 2 3, and you're gonna come out with an okay, like you need a haircut tomorrow probably. No offense, but sometimes these newer barbers that come right out of the school, don't be afraid to go to the beauty schools or barber schools and get your hair cut there and give them some experience if you're not really worried. But sometimes they have the newer techniques and can give you like a.
So that's what's really cool. So we had a lady probably in her 50s, give or take a few years, and Amanda. And she was like, "Hey, so I had a guy. He asked me to cut my hair his hair this way and this way, and I didn't know how to do it. And I've talked to everyone. I don't know how to do it." And Amanda's like, "That's an interesting haircut. I've never heard it." And then I also said, "Well, I would do this," and she added all the terminology. I'm like
a disconnection.
Copper John's looking good. I'm like, we have some really amazing barbers. So, I'm excited for you guys all to talk. But anyway,
well, just like beard grooming stuff, they have different tools. You don't just have one set of clippers. They have like 5 clippers.
And trimmers, hair, scissors, everything. I like how Rick's like, my son's a barber and he doesn't touch my beard. That's how important it is.
Oh, I know. I watched. Was it Amanda that lifted up Logan's beard? Like I thought Logan was like this. Like he was trying to be like nice, but he's looking like he was watching. Like, don't put too much.
Yeah, and she talked about, like with Logan, you're not going to cut underneath his beard, but there's certain exceptions, and if you do, this is what you do. Also, I didn't know that we had calyx on this side. A lot of men have calyx, and so she taught them how to get rid of that. Yeah, they talked about how to get rid of those calyx in your beard. I'm like, I didn't even know that. I thought, how cool is that?
Yes, and just a side note too, because a beard is the texture is curly. If someone starts cutting your beard and it's wet, soaking
Yeah,
wet,
don't do it.
don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, because that will shrink. They're gonna pull tension on it, and the tension is just gonna whoop. So have them dry it out, and just if you can, point cut a little bit, and but yeah.
Oh yeah, if you look at the little 13-14 second video on it with
I was impressed.
Amanda, yeah, she took like a 16th of an inch, and that's what I always preach. I'm like, less is more with beards. You can always take more off if they want more off, but less is always more, because guys will not, they just assume you're a barber. You should know that a beard trim is just like a transparency trim. Like
Women
nothing.
do the same thing. I ask them, okay, you want an inch off? Show me an inch. And they're like, I'm like, no, an inch is a little bigger. So I'll show them my comb, or, how much do you want off? I don't know, like this. I'm like, okay, that's about 4 inches. Oh, no. So
that's what's cool about as a barber. And I think a lot of people, from my understanding, they don't do this. They just will hurry and just cut it. But a really good barber will clarify and make sure that you both are on the same page before they start your trim, no matter if it's a beard trim or a haircut or whatever. Because a bald fade is a bald fade, like you're going bald.
And don't say do what you think. Like, just don't say that. Don't be too easy. Just go in there and be like, okay, I used to get a 1 whatever to a 3. Be specific. Don't try to be nice. That you could. That's scary.
No, it is. And I told the cosmetologist when we were there, I'm like, you are the doctor and the men are your patients. And the problem is sometimes when you're a man and you're in front of the doctor, you shut down. You don't tell them the whole story. You just want to get in there and get out. So as a doctor, you have to ask all the questions that get it out. And so I'm just like, just be patient with us. Sometimes we really don't know what we want. So kind of transitioning, how do you, as a barber, cosmetologist, how do you get your client, and how do we tell you what we want? Because sometimes we really don't know.
Okay.
Or me, I want to grow long hair. It's not going to happen. I'm balding right here, and if I go long, it's super wavy and curly, and so I can't have anything luscious and voluptuous, so to speak.
Well, I mean, I do extensions, and I've seen some magic, and now there's lots of stuff that people can do. But I would say, do you have a picture of when you really loved your hair? Show me a picture of, that. And then knowing, okay, well, that looks like he had a skin fade, and, I'll discuss it with him. Do you want it to be where there's, it's bald there, it's cold, it's winter, do you want to leave a little hair? So yeah, just really, really, really nitpick. And guys, again, don't say, just do what you think, because you're not going to be happy.
Will, so I'm going to have the barbers on in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to have Amanda answer that directly. And so can I save that? Would that be okay for her to actually answer that? I can
kind of chime in on that
absolutely.
And it can lead into my spiel.
Okay, let's go. We'll start from there.
My little thing. Okay, so colics. Basically, it's like a whirl.
This is Dave Peterson, is Logan's dad. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, Mr. Peterson. I remember him from the beard competition. Well,
yeah.
Cool. Nice to see you. Okay, so colics. So basically a colic is the pattern in which like a group of hair, a section of hair grows. So essentially, you guys know that your beard hair could go this way, that way, that way. But it's actually like a little whirl. It looks like a little whirlpool. So,
can you talk specifically on the sides, because that's where most of them are. So if you were doing it yourself, clipping it yourself, how would you get rid? Now, me on the other hand, I don't have it, but like Logan has a huge one right here, and it just pops out.
I want to see it. Okay, I got an answer.
Okay.
I got an answer. Okay, so you're going to want to make sure that you have a good blow dryer and a brush, okay, or a comb is fine. Anything with a little tension. You're going to need a little tension, and you're going to want to apply heat, and you're going to want to go the opposite way. So if it's sticking out this way and you want it to lay down, so you're going to want to blow dry against that. You're going to want to, work with it. And you can also then once it's you've got the heat to press it down, put a little balm in there, and that will just comfortably let it sit there. So you have to use some sort of, I call it a truck trailer. I'm trying to look for like a brush. Okay, so here's my brush.
My wife won't let me shave my head. I wanted to shave my head for so long. She won't let me.
You don't need to shave your head. That's silly.
Whatever, it's coming.
Like Garrett's dad, he has a full head of hair, but he shaves it. It's like guys, pay big money. Women pay big money to have, hair. But anyway, so if you're gonna blow dry, it's like a truck and a trailer all together in one motion, and you're going the opposite way and go back and forth. So you can apply the heat, brush, and you're actually training it to lay down. Now, don't rip it or be too aggressive, but a little bit of heat will go a long way, and some balm to control that.
Okay, and then so definitely that's 100% agree with everything you just said, and so that's how you do it on a natural side. Now I'll have Amanda talk about it with the trimming side, but I would prefer to save hair and not shove it. So I like what you have to say.
And you can't really get rid of them. You can mask them, or
mask is a great word,
right? Or you have to grow it longer, essentially. So if you think about weight, the more you trim, the lighter it's going to be, but the longer it is, it's going to lay flatter. It's going to force that down. So if you have these little colics and grow your beard longer, it'll eventually lay down. It's just like that growing out awkward phase. If you want to grow out your hair, things like that. So
awesome. Thank you so much. That was amazing content. And like, that's really good. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say his real name, so I won't. But I'm really looking forward to seeing him again. He went there last Christmas. He came to the shop. He's from a different state, and so he comes in to see his family. And he has a trim and everything with Callie. And I think you've seen Callie. She's the one. Anyway,
did
amazing.
She her hair and did the oil, like she does the steam and all that?
Yeah. She's the one who did my facial last time that I did that.
I want one.
Dude, so she just did I can't remember what it's called, forgive me, but it's a zapper type of thing, electro.
Yep.
Because she's a master esthetician, and holy crap, I'm like, are you burning me? Because it's just like, she's like, well, we're just getting rid of some of your blemishes, and this is how you do it.
Vampire facial, like that.
Dude, it hurt. But it worked.
But scar though, did you? You didn't get like scabs or anything?
Oh no, it was really good. It was just more of a, and then she took a comb that had electrodes or something and just combed, and it's supposed to like generate. I'm like, we'll see. I'm still skeptical, but it's supposed to work. Well, what's up, Dino? Thank you so much for being a member. I really appreciate that.
That top hat and that beard. That's amazing.
No, right? He's got to be competing. You know what we need to do? We need to have a beard. We need to have a huge like little show of all of us and just say thank you to the members and just do it for the members.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Did everybody have a good love day? Love day?
Yeah. Now my kids want to go see a movie tonight, and I'm like, I don't have time. Because Monday is closed. The post office is closed. And so we got to hurry and get a lot of stuff out. So I got to hurry and deliver a lot of stuff to the warehouse. Yeah. All right. So why don't we go into what you wanted to discuss about heat?
Completely. Oh, okay. So I have a lot of people, a lot of clients of mine would come to me and say, how does my hair feel? I've been air drying it. It's going to be so much healthier. I haven't been using my blow dryer. I air dry it and this and that. I say the opposite. Air drying your hair can potentially, or beard, could potentially add more, breakage or damage, because our hairs, the individual strands, they are, like a jelly donut, if you will. So there's an outer crust, and then there's, there's a center, and then there's a core. So on the outside of that strand, if you look underneath a microscope, it looks like shingles or shingle-like of your roof, right? So it's all nice and sealed. But when you strip your beard or strip your hair, you open that cuticle, okay? It's going to be exposed to the vulnerable inside. That's when it's great to put the oil and, let it sit, do its thing, get inside. So it's kind of, creating that insurance inside. But what you have to do, that crucial step after the butter, after it sits, whatever, you need heat to force those cuticles, force those shingles back down. If you do not, and you let it air dry, two things could happen. You could be susceptible to mold. It depends on, if you went to bed with a wet beard and you didn't try to, towel dry it, or women with their hair, they go to bed. It can get funky with sweat and all that. So a little bit of blow drying, with a great Chicago comb for women, like, please don't air dry your hair anymore. Just use a blow dryer. Men, use a blow dryer. You're going to get a nice full look. It's not going to make it skinny. You don't have to use the heated tool if you don't want to, but sealing down that cuticle is imperative for ensuring a healthy head of hair or beard. So
can I ask you a question that's not related, but it is related?
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is an answer or question you can answer.
Okay.
But I have gotten several comments over the past few days about how my beard is starting to look darker. Now, mind you, I'm gray right here, but they're saying that it just looks darker.
Okay, well, that could be the density. That could be, the hairs piling on together. You're finally growing past that little stage where it's just a little bit of stubble. So you are going to see, and you could definitely, what is your nationality? I don't know. I mean, you talk with your hands,
Italian.
So I assume you claim Italian.
Yeah, my family was immigrated in the early 1900s from Italy.
Okay, so that's interesting because you have a little bit of ginger color in there. Do you have a little bit of red? I think I see it in you, but is it brown?
I don't know. There's like 4 different colors in there.
Okay. Well,
I would say yes. There's red, there's gray, there's white, and brown.
Yeah, and tricolor. So that to me is so beautiful. But yes, the more
I'm gorgeous. Don't you guys forget it.
I know. I'm gonna be screenshotting this whole night. No, the beard is beautiful. Don't ever cover up gray. That just looks foolish and silly because gray is looking good. Like Garrett, he's got some copper strands and he's got white and some white down here and it's a white that's coming in here, but then it's brown down here. It's so weird how the hairs are. The pigment inside could change from element. It could change from stress. You just never know. You could pop out, a normal hair and then it's, fading. It loses its pigment or, so.
No, I love it. I wonder, just because I've been testing something. You know what I mean? And I wonder if that is, we'll talk later, but I just was wondering if there's a reason. Like, also, I'm not going to lie, my stress levels have gone down. So now I'm not packing orders. Like, my stress level has gone down. And so I wonder if, oh, there you go. Nicholas right there. Less stress can get color change. So I wonder if my beard is starting to kind of come back to where it's supposed to be.
Well, also, I have a second little piece of that. It's winter. We're not out in the sun as much. So the sun does have that, it's not sunning and it's not.
And I do love fishing and I'm outside.
Yeah. So the sun has that lightning effect too, where, if you're out in the sun, the UV rays, that's why having a beard is great because it protects, it's natural UV ray protection. But it can potentially lighten your beard. I say potentially a lot because I don't want somebody to come back and be like, that's wrong. That's my theory.
John, it's something that no one's ever done before. I will say that. But that's it. That is it. Okay.
I need like a zapper. Like if I feel like you're gonna spill
reveal too much, because I do reveal too much.
Would you guys like that? Like, no, Tyson.
Dude, I feel so bad when I see dogs do it, and then all of a sudden I'll open my door, and then also my little dog will go, and I have to chase him for 30 minutes. I'm like, I get it, but I will never do it. But I'm like, ooh, I just
same.
Little Chihuahua.
Yard. Oh, little Chihuahua. What's his name?
Oh, we already talked about. His name is Leo.
Leonardo.
Yeah, it was Leonardo. No, Da Vinci, because his skin tone and everything looks like a painting.
Oh, not the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
No, he doesn't look like a turtle. Hey,
Yeah,
okay.
turtle, blue.
Here's the next thing is I'm a customer. Now you have an instinct, Melissa, that not I would say not a lot of people have it, but some people have it where you can tell people's emotions. Like even if they're hiding it, you can see like this person doesn't like this.
Which
This
you're
person,
lying. I know.
yeah. So how can you? How if I'm a client, how do I tell you? And then also, what do they do? Like what's the next step? You just messed up my beard. What's the next step?
Well, I think definitely don't be mean, because they are human. But the consultation is extremely important, and you have to have that trust. It's just like, we want to educate about your products. So we're essentially building, that trust, and with clients and hairstylists or barbers, you want to make sure that we're on the same page. So a good stylist, good barber is not going to just do what they want. They're going to listen to you. So if you're not happy, we know it.
Mm-hmm.
We know it because you're quiet. Normally chatty, something's wrong. I pick it up really quick. Like, is there something you don't like? Because I take it personally. Like, I would go home and think about that probably for the whole night and toss and turn in bed going, why didn't you like this haircut? So please speak up, because, and you don't have to be rude about it. Be like, hey, this wasn't really what I was expecting, and have an inspiration pick, but have an inspiration pick that's close to. And please don't go in and bald head and say, what can you do for me? Yeah. If we had $1 for every time you heard that. But yeah, but tell them, say, hey, this wasn't what I was expected. Or ask us, talk to the manager, talk to the owner, and politely say, so that way the stylist can fix, what they did wrong. They might have done something wrong, and they didn't even know they were doing something wrong or made you unhappy. So the next time you come in, it's not going to be awkward when you go sit in another barber's chair. Mm-hmm. And like, oh, hey, just be open, talk. It's okay.
Where do you draw the line for? I've experienced, again, I'm not talking about Copper Johns itself, because I have rules because of things that I've experienced. Like no phones. They're not allowed to be on their phones. They're not allowed to gossip or talk about anyone else other than just focus. They're not allowed to, they're not supposed to have a conversation between both barbers talking about someone. They're not, like, if they need help or they need consultation, more than willing to talk. But it's all about the bar, or it's all about their client. But with me, I have experienced where people are they get offended, like they're on the phone and like, dude, will you just get off the phone? I have something to do. Just take care of my hair. How do you tell a barber without offending, so that you don't get, like you say something mean to the waiter, and next thing you know, you get spit in your food? How do you do that to a barber?
Okay. So sometimes, I don't know if I just kind of got, over it, but, I would have women with color sitting in their, and I'm trying to get color over here, and they got their phone like this. And I'm like, unless you would like a gray patch right there, I'm going to need you to either switch phones or, just put it down for a minute. I get it. It's important. Put on speakerphone. But you shouldn't be on the phone. But I don't know. What was your question about? Like telling the stylist? Like,
I don't know. I just get so irritated. And sometimes I just want to just like, there's a few things that I'm like very calm person. I really am. Like, if I get stressed, I still do whatever I got to do, and I'm kind. I do the best. You know what I mean? Logan's like, Tyson, you're like crazy stressed and you're still nice. And I'm not bragging. It's just like, when I say I get frustrated, I get two things: barbers talking on their phone and not paying attention to me.
Oh, and then, the barber on their phone.
Yeah. And then the second thing is when no one's behind me, they pull up in front of me in a car and they go 5 miles below the speed limit. And I'm like, what the freak? It drives me crazy. So no, those two things.
That's all. But a stylist being on their chair, I think, or being on the phone, you have to remember too that they might not be texting their, bestie, like, hey Abby, what's up, girl? I'm just bored. Do you want to get some lunch? Bring me some Starbucks. They are probably looking at their schedule, because we have our schedules in our phones. So I think that if I was cutting someone's hair and talking, if the client, if that's, are you worried that they're going to jack up my hair because they're not paying attention? Is that what you're going at? So I would kind of pull away. hairdressers, barbers, we are very comfortable with body language. So if you're uncomfortable, you pull your body away from us, we'll know and we'll stop. At least I would,
Mhm.
say, are you okay?
I just think it's weird that they don't ask. There's just not a rule. Like, it's a standard rule. Like, you're not allowed to have your phone in front of the client unless they ask for something. Like, let's say you're a friend and you're like, oh, let's see your new baby. Something like that is totally okay. But you know what I mean.
But now everybody's a videographer. We gotta document it.
But so we have written documentation where they have to sign it if we're going to record you so that we can use it.
Great idea. That is a great idea. But I'm just saying, the stylists might need their phone out, because I don't know how many times I started a crazy, color transformation and I did not get the before pic, and I just am like, oh, I have my phone put away because I want to be polite. So
no, it's true. Anyway, we have that.
You could
for
be
everything.
in the corner, like giving them a flag, like when they do in, like,
Yeah. Jacob, thank you so much, man. I'm looking forward to working with this guy. So
that's awesome.
I'm excited. I'm going to have to tell you what me and him were talking about today. It's just one little thing, but I had an idea because I saw it and I'm like,
I'm trying to find you.
Dude, there's so much. All right.
No, it's great. I'd love to know what everybody does for a living. I want to know more about what you guys do. We see you all the time, but
time out. I haven't got any pictures for tomorrow. So if you guys want to have meet the person, guess the beard, send me some pictures, guys.
I'm gonna go through the chat and I'm gonna pick someone, like a teacher in school.
Yeah, like Robert, Jeff hasn't done it. All of this. Okay, so here's another thing, and it's primarily my sons. They have this issue. My daughters have this issue. Whenever, for instance, a barber combs my hair, I don't really like it because I have a certain way that I usually do it.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say you really, really like the way they styled your hair. Mm-hmm. How do we keep our hairstyle the same, and how do we do it? Do we have to have the same product? Like, what do we have to do in order to keep our hairstyle the same as we left the barber?
So I always ask, do you use product in your hair? Is it okay if I style it? Because they're like, oh yeah, sure, style my hair, but I don't like a greasy look, or I don't like a crunchy look. So then that gives me, like, be specific on what you like, because if they put a crunchy pomade in your hair, I'm probably mixing those up, but and you're gonna leave going, oh my gosh, can't wait to put your hat on. So yes, you have to recreate the style. Don't say, can I take you home with me so you can do my hair every day? Because we hear that all.
Mm-hmm.
But you can say, hey, what was that product that you use in my hair? And then a good barber or stylist will say, oh, this is, and put it in your hand and let you see it, feel it, because you need to replicate that style that you love, and you just got this sweet cut and you're looking good. You're not going to be able to do that at home if you don't have the right products. So definitely ask. Yeah.
Well, so now that I know the barbers and I know the barber world, now mind you, there's still a lot for me to learn, but I actually have learned that, hey, they love communication. And so when Porter was last time he got his haircut, he absolutely loved it. And he loved the style, because I went with him. I'm like, okay, tell her what you want. Show her the picture. Now tell her what you want and make sure she understands. Because I'm teaching them. I'm not trying to be weird about it, but I'm teaching them. And then he's like, okay. And then like, do you like the hair? Yeah. Ask her how she did it and what she used so that you can do that at home. And
yes,
so it's
because
important.
the stylists are not writing that down. I back in the day, barbers, stylists, or maybe barber, I shouldn't speak for everybody, but people expect there to be this book still, 1.5 card with, blah, 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 like a finger like tip. No, it's here. But don't go in and say, hey, do what you did last time, because they've cut 80 heads of hair. They might not remember you, essentially. So yes, take pictures, and then say, hey, right at the end, what did you use in my hair? Because if that barber's not there the next time, you're going to go in and a new barber, and you're going to be like, oh no. And she's going to say, okay, what do you want to do? Or he's going to say, what do you want to do? I don't know, one all over. And that's not what they want to do. Yeah. So ask what they did so you know what to use to ask for if it's somebody new.
Yeah, I like that.
Communicate. Yeah, don't ask about the weather. Don't ask what they're doing for dinner. Relax. I mean, Garrett falls in. Well, I cut his hair, but he falls asleep in the chair. Like, you're there to relax, but definitely talk. And if you don't like something, that's how we learn. So
No, 100%, and it's open communication, and they like that because what is their primary source of income is tips, and so they want to do the best they can, and so. If they're getting irritated by your questions, you went to the wrong barber.
Yeah. Do you know you should offer this?
What's that?
Silent appointments. It would probably be really hard in your barbershop.
What is it called?
A silent appointment. So essentially for people who, worked a 12-hour day and they want to relax and they don't want me going asking every question because people are chatty. Mm-hmm. But sometimes people are just like,
so I have barbers like Amanda specifically are like that. So most of them, actually all of them, except one, goes with their vibe and stuff like that. Because our whole goal is doesn't matter who you go to, you're going to get the same experience. And that's so you're going to get a drink, you're going to get a scalp massage, you're going to get the haircut you want. And like when they go and pay, I make them write notes so that they know. So if they go to someone else or something, at the same time, you still got to ask questions and stuff like that. But
so that's what sets you apart. That is an experience. If I worked at a salon and they booked me a men's haircut in between my color, I have about 25 minutes to give you a good haircut. And it's being rushed. So, you're rushing and you're not slowing down. And it's not a experience where what you're offering. I love that.
There's
time.
We don't like you, no matter what, this is what you have. And I told them just our last meeting, because I set up a meeting. I'm like, hey, we're starting to fall away from everything that I wanted. So we got to come back. Mm-hmm. And basically I said, okay, stop asking if they want a haircut or not a haircut, a wash. Walk them to wash it or walk them to the bowl.
Well, is your wash included though? Because there are some places that are
it's 100% included with the scalp massage, all that.
Wonderful.
Because what happens, and I'm truly like, guys, sheesh, I'm sorry that I'm going off on this, but it bugs me. Like, I want to get pampered. I do. I want to get pampered. So what happens though is my wife and whomever get to go to get a manicure, a pedicure. Now, mind you, it's not that I don't want to, but no one wants to touch my feet. And I don't want them to touch my feet. That's just me. Mm-hmm. But I want to get pampered. And I love massages and stuff like that. I do. And so if I get asked, I'm going to say, no, I don't need it. I'm fine. But in my heart, I really want it. Like a scalp massage, like I want to go get it. I'll pay the extra dollars to go get my hair washed and everything. But I told them, but just don't ask. Just do it because it's part of it, and give them the massage. Now, if they say no, then just don't do it. Mm-hmm. But so I'm very, very big. Yeah, no, there's some people like that, and I'm very, very big on just giving them the experience rather than asking for them to have the experience.
So a lot of people, and I love this. They have this. I miss having good manners. Good manners is so nice, but when you're when you're the client now, you don't have to turn like this and give them eye contact when you're in the chair, because that's infuriating. When you're in the bowl and they start massaging your hair, you don't lift up. We've got you. I always tell people
that's a long time too, especially when they kind of rub your neck and get down and they
don't moan. Don't moan and go, oh God, because then it's like, I'm done.
I don't.
It gets weird. Yeah. I mean, you can, but
I was like, I don't.
But no, if you lift your head up, just let the stylist. We are used to manipulating you, so don't worry about.
Now I feel like I have to do a TikTok where they're doing that, and I just moan. It might just have to happen.
Yes.
Things not to do at a barber. Contact. There you go. There's a TikTok right there. Things to do, things not to do at a barbershop.
Yeah. And eye contact. So when they're in the bowl and you're back there and they're staring up the stylist. No, it's so uncomfortable for us.
I've never seen anyone do that. You people are weird in Michigan. We have not. I've never seen anyone do that.
Okay, so I mean, let's be honest. There's sensory issues. I think like I talk about my son with autism. Learning about his autism or neurodivergency and sensory issues, like I'm like, holy cow, like yeah, I have that too. Or when I'm overstimulated and worked, it's really hard to relax, and little things can just. So a chatty stylist or something like that, I might not come back because I have.
100%. 100%. So this is dead serious. I had a couple barbers upset with me that I made them have the TV on. Well, we had the radio on. Like I have them. I got a thing for not Pandora. Who listens to Pandora anymore?
I remember Pandora.
What the freak is it? What's the one that we always
YouTube?
listen to? Huh?
I said YouTube. I don't know. Apple Music?
No, not the music. Spotify. So
I almost said Shopify.
Yeah, so I have Spotify, so it's going on the speakers. Like I have surround sound, all this kind of stuff, but I have the TVs on. I'm like, have the TVs on, and if it's a sport, like if it's like during a football game, like especially if it's Utah State, BYU, Weber State, anything local, turn it on. And they're like, but the music's on. Why do we have to have that on? I'm like, because guys want to relax.
Oh yeah,
and they would rather look at that than talk to you. And so I'm like, and just let them be.
Yes, because honestly, I would get more efficient if we were talking, because I'm thinking in my head of my process. So, a lot of times people will interrupt and go, "You're going to get this spot right." I'm getting there. Yes.
Yeah. But see, everyone cuts different, and so as soon as they understand how you're cutting, then they won't ask that again.
People like to look at themselves in the mirror, but sometimes that's intimidating for barbers or stylists. But we use it. Huh?
No, Jesse just says I use Pandora. I'm like, I don't remember. I don't know anyone who uses it still.
Pandora.
Yeah, Spotify. Thanks, guys.
Who had MySpace back in the day? MySpace.
I didn't. Dude, I can't believe how fast this time has gone.
Wait, I feel like we're just talking. What's up with the chat? I can't even see it. I am.
So I do have we do have. So where do we send them? So John is asking about where do we send the question or the pictures along with the 3 bullet points of who they are, like just kind of what they want to tell us. So we can get to know him a little bit better. So info@copperjohnsbeard.com or send him on Instagram. And
not me.
Or you can do Melissa. It's totally fine, and she can just send it to me.
No. I am very bad at checking my Instagram.
Oh no, I thought you meant Melissa at Copper John's Beard. You're not.
Yeah. Don't.
But just best just do everything Copper John. So info@copperjohns or the Copper Johns. LimeWire. That's been a long one. MySpace.
LimeWire.
I never had MySpace.
Really?
I remember my parents having AOL though, and the free minutes.
BRB.
Yeah, in the what they had. Remember those cards where you had to get free minutes, and then you type in a code and you get like free minutes and stuff.
Yeah, phones. I had a pager.
Oh, I had a pager too. My senior year, my mom got me a pager. She's like, "Okay, so here's a quarter. So anytime I paid you, you got to stop what you're doing so you can call me and so I can know what you're doing." And I'm like, okay.
What about the codes for the pagers?
Yeah, there was some fun codes. Text our friends boobs.
That was in the calculator when you were like in
8008S or 5. So true.
Oh boy,
all right.
I'm sorry, chat.
Yeah.
Don't leave us.
All right. There's so many questions. Okay. Here's another one. What do I do if my hair is thinning, but I want to keep it? Because I know everyone knows better than doing a comb over. So what is the best type of hairstyle? So if you have a thin face to a round face and in between, what kind of hairstyle do you do if you have thinning hair?
Okay, well, this is good for women too, because women over time with hormones, their hair will shed, but with men it's shorter, you see it more. Now I would say try to part both. For women, part it on the opposite side that you normally do, because if you are, I have all kinds of tools, if you're constantly parting on the same side, I mean, think about what that's doing. It's just wearing it down. So flip It might be weird. It's like looking at the camera view reversed. It might be weird for a minute, but you're going to give this side a break. So, but also there are thickening agents. There are things that will help give an illusion of, thickness. So you can do balm, 100% balm on dry hair. It's like
It's so
voluminous
true, though.
magic. I mean, I have it in my hair. I have no hairspray in my hair. I just have like, I mean, it's kind of crazy, but I balm, and it makes it holds. But it's touchable. It's nice. So,
I agree.
but yeah, and there's
Oh.
also, sorry.
No, I just forgot to. I pulled it up, but I didn't say hi, so I wanted to make sure he saw that I said hi.
There are also some things that I recommend to a lot of women are keratin fibers. So you can get these little powders and just sprinkle it right on there, and it's little fibers, and you have hair. You're not probably bald in a spot, but you're just thinning. So it grabs onto those and puffs, and it blends so well. You just get a little comb through it and hit it with some, a setting spray, or even, take that balm and just kind of on the top, just pat it in, and it stays. It's pretty awesome.
Keratin fiber.
Yes.
Never heard of it.
Maybe we can get some for beards. Ooh, that's a good idea. It's a little.
Yeah.
They have a little puffer thing, and it can get really messy and crazy.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Mhm.
All right, so we're getting close to that time, so let's do one more.
Okay.
Um,
Time flies. Beard Respect is coming up, and is it Matt Beardlaws have one today?
no. So what he does now is he does more of a podcast style where he just films beforehand and then posts it.
Cool. I love watching his stuff. I love all the stuff he puts up and reacts
He's
to. I
fun.
think it's hilarious.
I've actually talked to him quite a bit today. So how do you stay up to date? So as a cosmetologist, as a barber, how do you stay up to date with the latest and greatest? Because,
Yeah. You're gonna sidetrack?
yes, because this really got me. I get so tired of going to a barber shop. Now, mind you, we do this.
I was gonna say, where are you going? You have one.
Where they push product that you don't want.
Okay. True.
So-
that
so
is
the-
the owner usually saying.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. So I understand why they're doing it. So my question is, how do you know if the barber really believes in it, or if it's just they're pushing it because they have to sell it?
Okay. It's literally like throw it back at them. Let them do the whole spiel, and then at the very end say, "Do you use this at home, or does your husband use this at home?" And they're gonna go, "Oh no, he uses something," because you'll probably catch them off guard. I'm a really bad.
I love that.
But so that's why I was a very jaded hairstylist. I had reps coming to me with the next best thing and this and that. And I wasted a ton of money, and I stopped pushing product to my clients because, they're ending up with tons of products under here that's not going to work. It's not going to work for them. So ask the stylist, do you use it? Do you have this at home? If they don't, they're probably just trying to make their quota for the owner, So.
Dude, I love that. That's one. And what's funny is all
Please
my
don't come
barbers
at
use it.
me.
Just like how you use all the products, they use all the products. So that's actually really cool. I
And-
love that answer or question to ask. I think that's really cool. That could be used in life with everything.
And you can tell right away if somebody's giving you the BS or not.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're going to take them off guard by asking them, "Well, do you use it?"
This is how big my head is. This is the biggest hat, and I have the red marks.
They have those hat extenders. They have the.
This is a fitted hat.
Is that the? Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, but going back to that, how do barbers stay with the latest trends?
Oh, yes. Okay.
No. I sidetracked you.
No, that's okay. Just real quickly, when it comes to education, anything, if you stop learning your craft, you should probably quit, because everything is changing. So that's what I was getting at, that just because someone has 30 years of experience, let's say a hairdresser, and the girl comes in, she wants balayage, and she wants it hand painted and the lady brings out a cap and she starts pulling out of a cap. I've been doing this for 30 years, and they, like, run. That's why do your research. But as stylists, we should always be watching and learning. And if you're a true passionate stylist, I couldn't get enough of learning. That's why I love the beard stuff so much, because I'm like, oh, it's different, but it's the same, and I love it. Like, totally nerdy about it. I don't know. Hyper fixation, I guess.
No,
So, yeah.
I really do believe if
So
it's something that you're
barber,
passionate about.
yeah, and look at other people, and don't bash another stylist. If a client came in and said, oh, I got a really crappy haircut from this person, don't, oh yeah, that's crappy, never go back there again. Just be like, cool. Don't indulge that, negativity. So just say, hey, maybe they're having a bad day. Let me help you fix it. So you got to spin it.
No, that's great. Thank you so much. And everyone, does anyone have any questions? But we have 3 minutes before we need to let go, just because we want to make sure everyone. No. I personally have asked you questions because I am, I have a little bit of a passion when it comes to barbershops.
I know. So I just want to make sure everybody feels included, though. Like,
I am going to make that TikTok.
What?
Things not to do at a barbershop. I think that is actually a really good idea.
Yes. I can give you more examples too. Oh, and guys, please don't sit like this on the chair, okay? Because awkward things can happen when a stylist has to lean over and an elbow goes in the crotch area. And especially if it's a dude with, like, you never, like, just put your elbows in, hands on your knees, don't be awkward or weird. Just sit still and relax.
All right, I'll stop doing it.
but also we're taught to, like, turn your head. Don't keep trying to look at yourself. If they turn you away from the mirror, try to look at the mirror. Don't try to turn yourself. Just relax. Just let them take control.
I love it.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you guys so much for having joining us tonight. It was really fun. It was fun. And again, if you guys want to be a part of Guess the Beard, send it over tonight and tomorrow morning, so I can get that taken care of.
With your questions too, and we can use it, for next week or just different ideas.
Absolutely.
Whatever you guys want, let us know what you want, because I know
bring your wives in and have them ask questions too.
I can tell you how to use all kinds of different techniques for all these products.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's not just that. If they have questions about moisturizing, makeup, pretty much anything, like I said, grooming for men and women, let's talk. Yes. Because all of us can learn. So, Melissa,
with hair, it's so good.
You're awesome.
Bearded respect. You're awesome, Tyson. Thank you for having me, and this is
great. Have a great night.
Love all you guys in the chat.
See ya.